Hello and welcome to a new video from Game Informer. I'm Ben Hansen, joined by
Ben Reeves.
We're going to show off a lot of new gameplay for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, our new cover story. So the game opens with Guardians of the Galaxy in space on the Milano. It's very MCU inspired. And as you can hear, even Rocket sounds a lot like
Bradley Cooper.
How's I supposed to know that thing was so important to him?
So like previous Ultimate Alliance games, the game is structured into chapters. So in Chapter 1, you go aboard a Kree vessel, you run into Nebula, and then you eventually encounter the Black Order. There's a scene with the Infinity Stones where then they get scattered across the universe, and the rest of the game is a race to collect all the Infinity Stones before the Black Order does.
Hold your fire. For now. You certainly weren't who we were expecting. But we will be more than glad to kill you anyway.
And here's gameplay.
I love Rocket Raccoon and Groot, so it's kind of cool that they're combined and you can play both characters at the same time. I know when Rocket uses one of his special attacks, he actually says, "We are Groot."
Fun homage.
Yeah, he's apparently a Groot as well.
I don't know how much the footage shows it off, but Star-Lord actually does a lot of dancing when he's shooting. It's very James Gunn inspired. As you can see, there's a lot going on the screen at the same time. It is a little bit hectic. The game defaults to having damage indicators on from the build that we played. Obviously in the B-roll, that's turned off. UI is turned off as well, so expect it to be a little bit busier when the finished game comes out, but you can turn the damage numbers off.
Well, we should say that they might tone some of those visual effects down before the game comes out, but you probably still want to watch this on a very big screen.
So the game opens with Guardians of the Galaxy. You always have 3 AI companions with you at any point to jump from.
And it's jump in, jump out. So anybody at any time, you have a friend over, they can jump in the game, immediately jump out. No progress is lost.
So this is the next chapter from the game. Chapter 2, you actually go to Earth. You infiltrate the raft, which the Green Goblin has taken over. And as you can see...
That's the Hulk, though.
That's true.
Don't get those confused.
But now they're just introducing every character here, ready to go. Earth's mightiest heroes. They want to give you everybody to choose from really early on in the game, which is nice.
Within like a half an hour, it felt like we had like a dozen characters to choose from.
Yeah. Hey, and the Inhumans are in this. Don't be confused though. Lockjaw you can't play as. He serves as kind of the stations where you swap your characters out.
A teleporting dog? Is this some kind of joke?
You know, I was just about to ask the same thing about the raccoon with the laser gun.
It's a quantum igniter. Thank you very much. And it can blast you right out of that tin can before...
Measure your weapons later, boys. If we want to survive this, we do it as a team.
So going through the raft prison, there's a bunch of lasers that you won't see here that you have to jump over, and the timing was very precise and surprisingly difficult.
But we did it, because we're superheroes.
Hell yeah. Then there's a puzzle area as well. We had to use switches to open doors in the right order, so expect minor puzzle elements as you move along.
Yeah, nothing super complicated.
I was stumped. Scarlet Witch is nice. She's one of the few characters we saw that can actually heal other people.
Yeah.
Now this gameplay here, this is actually from something called Infinity Trials. Can you explain what those are, Reeves?
Infinity Trials are kind of like side missions where you can go and farm experience and items. They take place in levels that you've already experienced, but you can play them with different characters or with different modifiers to the gameplay, like defeat a certain number of enemies within a certain time limit.
Yeah, so the ones we saw are like Wave and Countdown, also like ability trials where your base attacks don't do as much damage. But like Wave, it's like, hey, defeat 200 enemies on Avengers Tower. Or Countdown, hey, you have, 2 minutes or 3 minutes to go through the Chapter 1 and defeat Ronan the Accuser.
Right.
That type of thing.
But when you defeat an enemy, you also gain time.
And Infinity Trials unlock on the main menu about halfway through the game's story, but you'll encounter the equivalent earlier on in the story by exploring environments. You'll find things called Infinity Rifts, where it's basically the same challenges. It's fun to see Captain America in here. Also, it's just weird comparing the tone of the writing here versus like the MCU, because Captain America is very dorky in this game, right? Like you defeat a boss and he goes, "Let freedom ring," that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, very noble.
We don't have footage of her, but the Wasp was in the game. She has an interesting move where she actually will shrink, and she can also make giant candy fall out of the sky, which is a little bit Ant-Man and the Wasp inspired. Obviously, like the old Ultimate Alliance games, as you progress through the story, you'll unlock even more characters, meet new characters along the way as it kind of intertwines all these Marvel scenarios together. Like Daredevil.
You're welcome to follow me, but watch your step.
So gameplay-wise, you can use L in a direction to roll in the game, which is very nice. There's an emote system. You have 4 options there if you want to communicate loosely without using Nintendo voice chat. There you go.
Hulk approves.
Separate from the old games, though, you can't pick up enemies anymore and throw them around.
Yeah, it was very hard to knock enemies off the edge, which I really loved doing in those old games.
In gameplay, you can use synergy attacks. You can also use Ultimate Alliance Extreme attacks, where if everybody uses their special abilities hitting L and R at the same time, this screen will be chaotic as all hell.
But it does massive damage.
Thank you, Kazurai. So a lot of this footage, you notice the camera's a little bit closer up. That's the heroic camera. You can use that if you're just looking at your own screen. You're not all playing on the same screen together. And so with that, you also get the ability to lock on, which you trigger by hitting the right stick. So it just brings the camera in a little bit closer. And actually, it's the preferred way to play for me. So it's that tough thing of like the best way to play, I think, is going to be local wireless. So everybody can use heroic camera, but then you have to buy 4 copies of the game.
Or you could make your friends buy one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There are different group bonuses if you partner different people together. So stuff like, okay, you have the Defenders, Heavy Hitters, Women of Marvel, Original Avengers, Wisecracking Warriors, which is my favorite, or Midnight Suns, which people online are very curious about, and we are as well.
And those can like double up. So if you have like a couple of wisecrackers and they're also part of the like Spider-Man universe, you get both bonuses.
Right. Also, if you want to get into the RPG stuff, on the main menu, there's the lab, and in there you have a choice between choosing Alliance Enhancements or manage your ISO 8. And Alliance Enhancements is kind of like a sphere grid from Final Fantasy X, where it's kind of a team-wide skill tree where you can, increase ability damage by 4%, those types of perks. Whereas managing ISO 8, that's like for individual power-ups, like, different items you equip, will give you different boosts.
I thought Spider-Man did all the quipping.
Christ. So you level up with experience, obviously. Every 10 levels, you get a new ability. As far as we know, it maxes out at 4 abilities.
You can customize which attack is on which button, but you only ever have those 4 attacks.
Right. There's also ability orbs, which allow you to power up like specific abilities that you want to use more often than other ones.
Well, thanks for watching this video preview. Stay tuned next week where we'll have a full week of character profiles. One every day.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe for more videos.
Goodbye.